Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Everything is set up perfectly. Proctor is up. We're not joining 16 seconds before the tournament. We're a full 10 minutes early. I've had this up for a while now. I've cracked it. I figured it out. Until the next time I have to use it, at which point I will forget. And panic and almost miss the event again, probably. Yeah, so we're at preliminary 2 again. The goal is probably not to win, but it is to maybe try and get my rating back that we lost last week. We're still at 2061. I've played no games, no rapid games since last week's, like I want to say dismal showing. We scored positively, but like the average rating was like 1750 or 1700, 300 points lower than us. So when we lost and we drew, it was bad. So it would have been better had we probably drawn all our games than the games that we lost. Well, maybe not quite, but very similar. So let us see. As always, these kind of chats are going bananas. I can't really get rid of the front-facing cam, so that has to be up. I'm also just finishing off my dinner. Right, that's set up. Set up the poll in the live stream. We're back here. 7.5 minutes to go. We're all good. We're all good. Got the side facing cam, which is just off there, off screen. The Swedish Mafia 2600 flat. Someone else 2500. Has the Swedish Mafia, I swear we saw them last week, and these are rated games, so how did they get to 2600 flat? It always amazes me when you can get to this rating exactly, and it's not like 2601 or 2602 or 2603. With the variability in the ratings you pick up to get to one of those flat, just mind-blowing. I mean, not really, but, take my point. Which seed are we? We're just falling further and further down every time I check. We're now 79th. I think we finished top 60. I think we finished like 61 or 63 in last week, which was with a +1 score. Now, obviously, a lot of people were probably removed. Why are we missing? We should be in here. Why are we missing? I refresh. I better see me. This chat doesn't say nothing. $2,061. Yeah, there we are, 83rd now. Just gonna leave me there, because we probably won't go higher, but we will go lower. 5 minutes to go. Oh. Okay. See, you have to be using Proctor, so Chesscom is probably actively removing people who aren't using it. We've just tried to be scam and sign up. So let's see how this goes. Sorry again if the eating annoys you. I do apologize. This is an interesting time of day. Wasn't able to eat and finish earlier. The prize is to advance and get closer to the EWC. As if any of us are gonna get there. The only consolation might be if we could get to the Grandmaster phase. I mean, but even then, a non-title player getting through the whole title player thing tomorrow. Unbelievable. So we're gonna play this. We're gonna try and finish top 3. But we will be streaming tomorrow, one way or another. We will either be playing, Titled Qualifier 2, or we will be playing another live stream, which will be very interesting indeed. Hang on. Yeah, obviously more players. I'm just getting notifications for my daily moves. I'm assuming we're in. I'm just not, there's a whole rating range missing here. So I'm assuming we're just in. And I will change tabs. I'm assuming we're in. Because we've checked it several times. Okay, well, there we are. 92. 93. And now we've disappeared again. Where am I? You see these are 2000s? Now we're at 1900. So where am I? I have disappeared again. But I am here. I am here. Do we have any stream problems at the moment? None so far. So that's all good there. We've also played no warm-up games as well. So we shall see how this goes. I do feel for Chesscom when they have to manage the software. It can't be easy, because they've got, the chat function, which obviously people expect responses to. So that's not easy. Not to mention people getting emails. Not to mention some people have to join, a fair play call. So we shall see. We should be getting someone really low rated in the first round. Last time we got a 1200. Now we might get someone even lower than that. So, I mean, works out for us. Alright. 1 minute to go. Here we go. Just checking the chat, nothing there. 4 people watching, I do appreciate it. I might... Where does the chat look better? I'm just going to leave it chat because we're going to go into focus mode. So we can make it a bit bigger. But we'll be in focus mode. So, it shouldn't cause too much of a problem. Let's move the food. We're not going to be eating until the break. Alright, let's zone in here. 40 seconds to go. Let's focus. 20 seconds. There we are. 104. Better not disappear. Actually, I don't like how this is. I'm just gonna get rid of this. It's annoying me. Okay. We're in. And we've got white. I probably would have preferred getting black. We'll start with e4. Probably would have preferred a black, because then we would have got white against a more higher rated opponent. Like, I don't need white against a 800 or something, whatever we got. Okay, while I've just played one move, let me check the chat. Yeah, it looks fine. My guy hasn't made a move 40 seconds in, so I think we might even just get, like, almost a bye, effectively. We've been paired against a guy, I don't know where he is. Maybe he's on the toilet. Can I close this tab? Nah, just leave it. Don't want to mess with anything and then Proctor kicks me out. Do we have to wait 10 minutes? So e4, let's consider everything he can play. He can play e5, he can play e6, he can play d6, which I would not like to see. He can play c6, he can play c5, he can try and go for like a g6, he can try and go for a b6. Or he can auto-resign in 9 minutes. Just like calm. If he hasn't made the first move in 5 minutes, can't you auto-resign him then? Am I really gonna have to wait here for 8 minutes? 8 minutes is a lot of time when I can't, you know, like grab my phone to scroll Instagram or TikTok or pull up another tab. I mean, we can look at this guy, I suppose. Like, Jeremy the guy. I mean, he's 1192 rapid. Alright. Joined September 25th, the day before my birthday, 2021. Jeremy Dugray from Canada. We can go into a new tab, I suppose, for Jeremy. I hope he's okay. Game history. He's played some Blitz games. Blitz is 1600. Alright, so he's a fair Blitz player. Bullet is, what, 1403? That's fine. Anything from this guy? 756. Ah, he's made a move. Fantastic. E5. Don't want to win like that, obviously. Okay, we're going to play Italian. Because it's goated. Particularly at the low level. They avoid fried liver stuff, but we can play c3. They play d6. I think I'm just going to play h3. Don't want the bishop to come out here and pin. Play d3 just to stop any funny business over there. Short castles, you would assume. Okay, they delay this. Now they go for this. Now I would like to play this. And now are they going to let me trap the bishop? Or are they commit to that? Wow. Very well played. What if I play queen b3 though? Will they take? I take. Maybe I should have played knight d2. Knight d2 might have been better. Now my queen's on a weird square. I can play rook e1 to defend this. And now this is coming. The question is, how much do we want it to come? Bishop here? I don't know if that's a good move, actually. I might have to play rook takes. Outsmarted myself here. Okay, but now I can... What? Okay, I get it. Knight attacks coming in. But I play rook e1. Now that is a problem. This knight still has to be under the guard. Okay, you go that way. I'll just hang around. Queen b3. Could bring my knight in this way. That's hanging for now. Obviously. They can play rook a-f... Rook a8. That can't be right. Okay, let's just play... This pawn is hanging. Let's play queen c2. That pawn was hanging. Let's not overcommit. Their knights can't come in too much. So let's not try anything too fancy here. Okay, they want to put pressure. But we don't have to respond to that. We can just play like knight here. Then if he has to move the rook back, he looks like an idiot. And then we just go here. Okay, I don't get that move. Just gonna go here. What's the idea? Like, I don't see the idea that he's going for. He can't play here. Okay, knight's coming this way. He might be thinking of trying to mate me. But I'm not into that. Thank you very much. And now just FYI, this pawn is falling. But it's not so simple. Oh, that pawn is definitely not falling. I have to play rook a d1 to defend it. He might try and sack, but it doesn't work. I could also have continued to attack his queen. Oh. Now what do we want? Now we need to ask ourselves some questions about life. I would like to play this, however I'm concerned about that. But, because I can't, like, jump forward, but I could go out this way. Going out this way doesn't make sense because, like, queen comes up one square and then I'm bust. I like maybe playing queen d2, just to have then eyes on the knight so I could sack. Because you can't continue to just bombard me, and then I push, if you go here, I take. So, it enables d4, I think. Because then the big e4 doesn't happen. They go out that way. Is that even a good move? Because I want to go here. I mean, it probably is, because you're going to maintain probably 2 defenders. What? This? Queen here. Only way to continue to defend the knight, but then I trade queen. You just lose, don't you? You just lose. Because I attack here. I attack the queen. Both knights threaten this, but this knight continues to hit that. You can't continue to defend this knight. Oh, you can. But I can take... I can take here, no? I take here. And threaten this. Which is very nice. So you can't even go here. And then, like, I come back. This to this square. Or I played, like, g4. But, can't go here. I suppose you can go here. Knights keep each other together. I would love to sacrifice the knight. It doesn't work. This also doesn't achieve anything. But what if I play now d4? d4, I think it's beautiful. Of course, you could try and sacrifice anyway. Like taking here takes, and then like try and follow up with a check. But you don't have this check because the knight defends. Okay, that's what you're going for. But now I just play like queen e3. Takes. Oh, okay. And now if I go here, that is still a problem. The knights keep each other attacked. You can't go here because I go here. That pawn, unless you want to take, I suppose. Then I take back. And maybe you want to go this way. Oh, you push. But you push, you give me the pawn. Rook takes. I don't see any tactics. I just might even swing my rook over to this way. To g4. To just put unstoppable pressure. The queen can't even move too far away. I would love to sacrifice, but it doesn't work. I mean, I can play takes. Takes, rook g4. Takes, because my queen is defending f2. So knight takes. Obviously, he's not going to play queen takes. But now I can bring the other rook, just to have eyes on the knight. Knight could come here, but anywhere it goes forward, then the knight captures. It continues to go there. But that can't win, surely. I mean, I wish this was winning. It's not. What if I play now this? Like, I'm just playing like Kasparov here. Like, just mowing him down. His king is so weak. His knight can't move. Now look at this. Even defends my knight. And now what? Oh, it attacks my queen. I have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to go. I have to go here. That is a problem. Because what am I doing about that? Knight here. Got a blockade. Now I might be screwed. Okay, I can take here. Because he can't give me this check. He can now try and take my stuff. Yeah, he takes there. But again, I'm not afraid because I can go here, threaten the rook and the knight. He goes to f8. Because there's nowhere really else realistically for him to go. He goes here to defend the knight. And then I give this check, I pick up this pawn. Check. I pick up this pawn, which defends everything. Wait, hang on. No, now he's lost, no? Why would you pin yourself? Check. Here. And now what? Lost. Because you can't give me checks on this diagonal. And what, your knight gonna just... Gonna do what? Maybe you go here and you try to kick my rook out, I suppose. But then I go here, I sack the knight, and I sack. And then you never mate my king. Okay, you defend. But, I just take the knight. The worst you get is this. Okay. But now there's... check. And we pick up the queen. Oh, very nice. Very nice, very evil. Very nice, very evil. Queen hanging on b1. Resigns the game. I mean, we should have won. We gain no rating points. None. He loses 1. And we gain 1. Unbelievable. We should have time to game review just to check accuracy. Why is it up twice? I didn't click it twice. Oh, I can't close that. Okay. Let's just quickly look at this. How did we do in terms of accuracy? Maybe we shouldn't check this and just think we played a perfect game. I think we played really close to a perfect game. I don't... 68! 4 blunders! So this was a bad move? Why is material vanishing? A5 was a miss. What was the best move for black? Takes? Oh, because I lose the guard of this. Unbelievable. Oh boy, we need to focus. We need to focus. 5 votes on the poll. I can't see the results. You had a royal fork because G7 was pinned. Oh my gosh, hang on a minute. I had a royal fork because G7 was pinned. Who's now? Everyone's spotting tactics. I can't spot tactics. Now go look at the last stream. Someone's pointing out tactics to me. Because G7 was pinned. So that's when the pawn was back there. So hang on a minute. When did we have a royal fork? Oh, now I remember. Now I remember. It was like somewhere here once we got the queen out to the other side. When we went for this. And we got the queen here. Kablam. I probably had this several times. Bang, bang. Resigns on the spot. My gosh. Mate, fantastic call. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, that's all the analysis I'm doing on that. I'm done. I'm not doing more analysis. Mate with a fantastic call in the chat. Absolutely fantastic. I can't see that name. Andre Baladin. Fantastic call, mate. That was a ripper of a call. Oh, I see one thing here. Please be microphone. Skip frames, 25%. Okay, it's not too bad. It does happen with Proctor, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Okay, another thing popping up for skip frames. Okay, cool. Let's pop back in. Should be other games going on, so let's maybe check in on the top game that's left. See, I got an email. What does it say? Oh, it's YouTube just live. Cool. Cat Can Meow Chess. Okay, that's got to be the name of a YouTube channel, surely. I'm just gonna, because it's cool, add friend. They're 1800. They're not a bad player. What is this position though? This came out of a Sicilian? No, a Petrov. This came out of a Petrov. Why would you opposite side castle on a Petrov? Okay. White is up 2 pawns. And I don't love black's position. But I love black's their time advantage that they may or may not continue to have. Knight comes forward. Now, the thing is, almost every single one of black's pawns is weak as well. Like, you've got this check. Okay. There. Like, this is so weak. Like, you could play, like, knight here. And also just set everything up on light squares. Like, this protects this. And this. So as long as you don't allow the rook to touch any of the pawns, you just put everything on dark squares. And that bishop will never see the light of day. This is not a bad pawn. But now, like, how do you stop me going here and picking up some stuff? You have to force black to be so passive. Okay, trading into the rook endgame should be winning. But, like, it's not checkers. I don't have to take. I could go here. And then, what have you got? Nothing. I suppose you could pick that up. So you probably have to take. Rook takes king here. Comes back to try and pick this up. You go here. Yeah, takes. King there. This check doesn't work at the moment. You probably want to play this rook here. Because, I mean, they can't go there to try and win this. So that should be fine. Okay. They anchor in their rook. I would just play, like, rook d6. But it's a really passive move. That's not a bad idea either. The pawns don't go backwards. So you can take. 2 on 1. Rook d6. Okay, we're going for this. I don't like it. Because I think you're about to lose this. And rook d6 I think would have been a better defense. Brings the king up. Now there's checks. Okay, going for this. I like the ambition. But now you definitely can't defend that. Okay, you can come around, I suppose, but to what end? Check. Check, blocks. Okay, goes for that. King could defend, but then I suppose you're giving these up. I mean, black is causing problems, and they're causing white to think and use the clock. Check, comes back. No, doesn't. King comes over. Gotta be careful now. Offering a trade, very bold. I mean, this black king can go nowhere. It's been cut from most of the board. Okay, we're the idea, but now king just goes and wins the pawn. You take this and take that. And now it's 2 on 1 and this might be drawable. But now we're under time pressure. And these guys will play it out. Rook here. Check. Check here. Check again. Don't trade. Do not trade. You should know in games. You should know you cannot trade. Check. Okay, this is not a bad idea. Not a bad strategy. You're keeping the king cut off as much as possible. Oh, gotta be careful. Check. Go back. Okay, goes in. Goes here. Now if you take, I take. And this is the draw. Keep the king close. Keep the king close. Because you're running to what end? Now rook here. Rook g1. No, you can't go rook g1. Takes, you have to go in front of the pawn. Do not take the pawn. Do not take the pawn. Brilliant. Brilliant. And now check. You just like go here. Absolutely fine. Nothing to do. Rook has to move. We lose this pawn. And we lose it with check. And now this is a clean draw, but they will play this out. Like, you shouldn't just accept anything here. There's check. Yeah, you just keep your rook and no one can make progress. No one can make progress. Unless you get yourself mated or you get yourself skewered. I mean, black making probably the best progress at the moment. 18 seconds, 13 seconds, 14 seconds. Oh, it's a draw. But I would flag my opponent here 100%. You're getting the points. And, I mean, this would be a huge rating boost for the 1800. Check. Yeah, you're just looking 50 moves. How quickly can you make? If I was white, I mean, you can't afford to move slow because you yourself are down to seconds on the clock. Again, making very good progress. Maybe you could have played King G something there. Very good progress. They're shuffling. Are we going to hit 50 moves before someone flags? Skewer! Now black can't lose. Black can't lose. White has to just move as fast as they can, but black, oh my gosh, look at the technique. Look at the technique. Look at this technique. Look at the technique. You let him out. Timeout, black won on time. Okay, fair enough. Black should have won that game. All the skewer in time pressure is devastating. When is the Chess Open Qualifier? Good win anyway. Chess Open Qualifier. So what I'm playing now, we get a double white, is the one for non-title players. So anyone can play what I'm playing now. You can go on chess.com. You have to use Proctor, unfortunately. So if you only have a cell phone, you won't be able to use this. I have no respect for my current opponent, so we're just going for this. But they know the theory. Okay, that's always an interesting move. Now I have to be cognizant of the fact that I do not want to hang a knight. Takes. Queen takes. Short castles, which I'm always nervous to play. You can play knight f3 as well. Okay, now we have to focus. We have to focus. I don't know if bishop takes was the best move, but I don't mind it because it gets the queen off this diagonal. Okay. Now, play this. Maybe. Maybe. Now if you take here, I take. If you take here, I take again. No, I can't take. Hang on. If queen takes, I cannot take. But then I can play... I can do what? I can play c3, I can play bishop here. I mean, I could chuck in this, but that's probably not the best idea. Because I would like the queen to move. I mean, a mouse slip would be great here. If I can get that. That would be the nicest thing. Now, we're playing 1100, so we're probably up to like a 1600 or so. Now, I believe we drew round 2 last week. So, let us not do the same thing and win this game. But we have started with a very, very aggressive opening. Now, because you can't really play knight takes here, because the knight take here. And then, what does your knight do? Because, I mean, you can move it, but then... I mean, I also probably don't want to trade queens on... Take like this, because then the rook guards that. They might throw this move in, at which point I ask, can I do this? Probably not, because this take opens the H file, which I would not like. However, if this... Yeah, I can't do this. So probably not. So what would I have to do? Come back? Okay, well now we're going to ask... Now we are going to ask. Yeah. Knight takes. That knight's also just hanging out. So it is going to be a kick pad for our attack. That's why I like this, because knight has to go to a5, and it just ends up a target. Queen takes. You're more than welcome to take this. I'm gonna... I don't know if queen c3 is the best move, but it's a move I like. Oh, I can take there. Hang on, I can take there. So now you gotta be careful. And I can also play here. And get my knight out. And get my bishop out. Not just happy with this position. Just happy, unhappy. Just gotta make sure I don't allow too much play from his side. Because he could very much well play queen takes. If I go here, my queen is very far from the fence. And then he's like bishop. Yeah. So I mean... takes... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm dead. I'm dead. It's a move that looks impossible. And it punishes me for going on an adventure. I'm dead. So the idea is, if I take this free knight, there's this sacrifice, which then removes, obviously, my queen. So I get 2 pieces for the queen. Unbelievable. And the thing is, I've got nothing else to do, because it's attacking my queen. My queen obviously can't go anywhere this way. If I give the check, the king slides over, and I've got nothing else. Like, I could sack for the rook, but then, like, he might just play, like, rook takes, and I am dead. Like, probably the best thing to do to get the most materials to take, I expect bishop sacrifice. I take here, takes my queen back. And we play on. Unbelievable. That is ridiculous. Yeah, like, we're cooked. Like, I don't have the words to describe to you how cooked we are. Like, this bishop is still a problem for me. Like, I can't get it out. And I'm very much worried he's about to, like, play queen c5 again. and just go back to keep this pin. And I can't move because my rook dies. And then he's got this knight coming in, so if queen c5, we have to play something like this, but he could go here, and then this takes, and then he's got like this rook coming in, and we're dead. It's probably like forced mate. Or at least he wins the house. Bishop c5 is such a ridiculous move. Such a ridiculous move. What a find. Who are we playing? Oh, 2378. I feel a lot better now. Not gonna lie. I don't think that was an accurate move. But he's gonna win by force anyway, because now he's gonna go here and threaten a smothered mate. Check. Here. Here. Takes. Queen takes. We're dead. Play bishop here. Mate, what are you doing? Can take this and just begin munching. Mate, to what end are you, like, having a bit of conscience here? To what end? Like, I played g6, I played b3, and then what? You have multiple ways to just, like, I mean, that hangs a nice skewer. If he plays queen f6. Although queen f6 picks up this knight. I mean, no it doesn't. Just gonna, like, try and cave me in? Like, he's just about to barricade me in. Maybe I should have gone here. But again, to what end? To what end am I playing these moves? I mean, we're playing for pride. That's basically what we've got going for us. Don't touch the knight. Pick up the bishop. Thank you very much. Hit the queen. Again, to what end, we ask? Oh, you know what's going to be disgusting? Is there a way for him to hit the rook and one of my pieces? Is there a way for him to hit these two pieces? I don't think so. No, he just goes there. Oh, so he's going to be picking that up, at the very minimum. Just go out this way. Mate, why? For what reason? Oh, this guy is relentless. I mean, he should be. He's 2300, but mate, have a heart. We're just getting crushed. I would say try and flag him, but he's got an overwhelming amount of material. Not to mention I'm down a rook. Okay, let's just get out the way here. Yeah, rook takes, rook takes. Queen takes, now threatening the house. Okay, we'll just resign. I'm done with this game. Queen C... Bishop C5 is one of the most vile moves I've ever seen in my life. Good win. Anyway, when is the Chess Open qualifier? In terms of the Open qualifier, I think I misread what you said earlier. So in terms of the one for the Grandmasters, there's one on Monday, which is play-in 3, and then there's play-in 4 on Wednesday. Yes, leaving Tuesday open for Title Tuesday. We played at 83, but he gets a brilliancy for Bishop C5. It's level. Wait, it's level. It's level? What is my best move? Queen takes A5 is wrong. What did we have instead? What did we have that was better? The only other thing I considered here was knight C3. If that's the best move, I'm going to have a fury. Knight C3? Because I thought I'm just down a piece. I suppose it's better than being down a queen. Knight C3 was the only other move I considered. Okay, queen takes A5. What was the best move? This. And if here, then what? Then what? This? Here? Oh, then I can take the knight because the discovery is not a thing. Aha. Okay, and if they, instead of taking with the queen, if they take with the knight... what's their best move? Their queen is hanging. Is it to play, like, what, Queen F5? Queen F5? And every time there's check, king here, rook d1, king e7, rook e1, and I suppose the king has to stay tied to the defense, so you would what, interpose? Queen still hanging. Oh, but now it's like, now you can sacrifice because of the king f1 only move. If they take my queen, I take the knight with check, which no doubt gets the king slides over. We take the bishop. Bloody hell, I had to find all of this. And I'm still worse. Like, it hasn't got me out of danger. It's just like, you weren't completely dead. Unbelievable. So I had to find c4. They mustn't take the pawn, queen f5, at which point we give the check. They move to d7, rook d1, king e7, rook e1, knight e4. Then take the knight. Then there's the bishop sacrifice. At which point I play king f1. So that when they take my queen, I can take the knight with check. King slides over and we take the bishop, and then we're still worse. Unbelievable. And we lost 2 rating points. I mean, I'm not mad about the rating points, but ridiculous. Ridiculous. How that happened. Ridiculous. Okay. Well, I suppose that teaches you valuable life lessons. We should not have played something so aggressive, and maybe that's the negative of playing on focus mode. Maybe we should have played something quieter, but they probably would have still beat us. But maybe we could have made more of a game of it. Bishop c5, to like find that as fast as he did, is ridiculous. He must have calculated that like in advance to find bishop c5. That is such a ridiculous idea. And did he find all the complications after c4, is my question. Because c4 is random as well. But I suppose that's just a level of understanding I don't quite yet have about the game of chess. So we're 1-1. We've lost another 2 rating points. We're gonna send a ward, can we? You swept me. Is there a brilliancy? Brilliant tactical play. Your message privacy setting only allows sending to and receiving from friends. Don't know. We'll check if he got it. Played him once. Has he got it? Awards. Bloody hell, he's got a lot of awards. Drunken blunder. 1 badge. Didn't get the badge from me. Okay. Absolutely insane. Brilliant tactical play. If he ever watches this, we'll tell him that was brilliant tactical play. And look at what the position leveled out to in the end. Queen versus knight. Which is what happened after that exchange. So just utterly ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna have nightmares about bishop c5. Bishop c5 will give me nightmares for a long, long time. Move 12. The game was lost. I lost in 12 moves. Yeah, so it wants... Oh, the top engine line is c4, and not to play queen f5, but to play c4, bishop takes, pawn takes, and then knight takes, and to trade off the material like that. That's what it wants. If you want to keep the tactic alive, you have to play like queen f5. So c4. The engine says just take and take here. And that's completely fine. However, sorry, bishop c5. If you want, you can play c4. And now there's queen f5. Oh, never mind. We're into our next game. What are they going to play? e4, d4, c4, knight f3. What do we got? e4. We're going to play a French. Me love the French. I love the French. Also, Chesscom messes with my OCD. Because they have a break after round 4 and not round 3. Again, never convinced about this move in the French. Maybe there's just something that I don't know. Just play c6, but I'll rather play bishop e7. Bishop d6, knight f3. This is where the pieces go. Yeah, now I play bishop g4. You can go there, I play c3. No knight tactics. Castles, castles. I can keep my bishop alive because they haven't moved their bishop to d6 yet. Okay, now they offer the trade. We can trade and play rook e8, I think. Trade and rook e8. And then what I also get is like bishop going out that way is always interesting. Attack the bishop. Takes. Pawn is hanging. Okay, you have to defend in a very awkward manner. Now I can play like queen d7. Knight here. I like this move because it might provoke this. Yeah, okay, so knight a7. Knight a6, not knight a7. And then I can come in here. Oh, wow. He really was happy to be that passive. So here. And then what? Because he only has these two squares. I mean, it's worth a gamble, isn't it? Or can we play perhaps c5? And then try and launch with this. Because I was like, that looks fine, but then he's got this. And then there's no point trying to hang on to anything, because we could still play c5, but he just takes. And then we got next to nothing. There are some moves we need to consider, because if the queen ever gets to like f3, then this bishop might be a problem. Now, do we take? I really want to play like just rook c8 and take and put my knight here. So take, knight here. Just wins. Let's say they play like knight here or knight here. We win. On the spot. Okay, that knight coming out. But I'm pretty sure I just win. Takes. Please tell me I haven't blundered something. Rook takes, rook takes. Can I just take? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. So I take. I assume the idea is knight takes here, but then queen f3. Is there a fork? There's none of this, so he might just take. What am I missing? Takes. Yes, you can have that back. I'm not that fussed about it anyway. Takes. Now queen c6. Happy to take this back, or to take another pawn, should you wish. Oh, okay. And now rook d8. Knight's a problem. Queen's active. That knight's a problem. You could go here, but then I just continue to like mow you down. Offers a queen trade. But hangs knight. Okay, 2 out of 3. Let's just remove the knight. And now we have to be careful how we do this, but there are no checks, so I'm more than happy to just play like b6 and put my knight on c5. Okay, he's going there, but that's covered. So again, knight c5. I'm perfectly happy with, but I could also probably play... Let's just play rook d8. Again, the queen's infiltrations are covered. e8 is covered. Okay, that's where they would like to go. But I have this. And this. Your only defense is that. Only defense. Like, I desperately would like to play this. I just need to check if it is winning. It should be. It should be winning. Worst case scenario, I lose the rook and I'm down the exchange. But what I was calculating was this. See, the rook is still pinned. That's the thing. It cannot move. Okay, now he's done that. So I at least force this off the board. And now I just play like queen e6 and I should be golden. He could like maybe try go here. I'll just put my knight there. I mean, yeah, it's just completely winning. We've at least forced one more set of pieces off the board. We'll take this with check, just because we can. Not really fussed about any of that, to be honest. I will just put my knight here. So there's nothing there. Happy to go here. You can't go back and give me this check. So we're all good. You could perhaps maybe try... I don't even know how. You can't go here, you can't go here, you can't go here, you can't go here. So you can't harass my position at all. I'm looking to pick that up. Gotta be careful how we do this. Let's take this. And then let us give checks so that we cover this diagonal. And then I would like to play this. Now there are no checks on this diagonal. Queen is covering. They may try to do this, but again, they don't have enough pieces. Point proven. Just gotta be careful about how we move the knight, get the knight into the game. Let us give a check. I'm just looking for ways to trade the queen, so the knight controls these squares. Check. Please go here. Because that allows me to play queen e6. It doesn't. Okay, let's continue to try one more time. Okay, let's just play queen e6. He can't give me checks. The only thing he really has is there, or to go along this way somehow. I can take this, because even though you can go here, I can get to g8. Okay, check. Now he can't even do that. Check. That's a bad move. I do not want to blunder a draw. My queen is defending any checks. And now I got my knight in the game. And now I'm devastating. Because now my knight's in the game, and now I've got, you know, checks everywhere. So I've got at least this. And I'm going to win the queen with, yeah, knight f3. Wins the queen. Check. Pick up this pawn. Let's just bring the king. and mate. There it is, 1530, so we get a nice victory there. Very nice, very clean. Oh, someone else has been in the chat. Hi Matt, good to see you. Adrian Balladine again. Someone else? No, hang on. Someone else has been there. Do you have a haircut? Did I just accidentally close your poll? No, I don't know if I'm a mod or not. No, I don't think so. You might have just closed it for yourself, but it should still be in the chat. I still see it there. It's good to see you. Weekly dose of economics. Hey, Asher, you're here. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yes, I did get a haircut today. Yeah, I went and got a haircut. Yeah. Went out shopping with mom and then got a haircut on the way there. Can we do a quick game review? We should have time. Maybe I should stop going into OBS and just go into the YouTube part. Let it refresh. Yes, is Asher. Yeah. Alright. No, so the poll's not closed. Now back in this. For embossing. How did we do in that game? Should have done right. 89.3 accuracy. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice, very accurate. I should make that some merch. But I think I might get a cease and desist letter from Danhausen/WWE. Alright, how are we doing overall? I mean, it's easiest to check our position when there's the break after round 4. This is the last game. Bishop c5 is going to haunt me in my dreams. But we're 2 out of 3. So these people are all playing. But approximately where are we? I can't see. I can only see the top 50. Oh, we can check in the Swedish Mafia. He's gained a rating point. He's now playing at 2100. And he has the black pieces, and he's about to be picking up probably material. Like, okay. White just hung a knight. Knight was hanging. You could have gone there if you were really phased about it. Okay, good move, I suppose. There's this, yeah. Check. How is this not completely winning? Like it's winning, but it's not completely winning. Knight here. Only defends for so long. Continue to harass this knight, I suppose. Like, probably what you could do is just slide your king over. Like, slide the king over this. Oh. Oh, now it's... Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. It's over now. Completely. You just march this pawn down. King here. King here is even better. White is completely cooked. And white resigns the game. Very nice. And that guy might pick up another rating point. Okay, let's see. So there's a fair few people in 3 out of 3. We have dropped a game, but we have beaten everybody else that is lower rated than us. The one game we dropped was to 2300. Okay, so there is a bunch of people in 2 out of 3. Where are we? Where are we? Come on, where are we? Where are we? 99th. Might go up, might go down. 99th. Cool. Let's see how this goes. Let's check another game. Flame Frags Dragon. Have we seen them before? I mean, because it's cool profile picture. I'm just trying to think, have I not played them before? Ooh. Okay, so white's up material. And they're going for the king, but this is not so simple. This is not so simple. 2400 definitely fighting back here. He's going to have this open file in just a moment. I would take this with check, because if you take with the rook, you're stupid. Or you could take with the knight, at which point this is still pinned. So then a rook f8 is interesting, and it's going to be picking you up some stuff. Not to mention at some point you have like queen e3 coming in. So I really, really like takes, knight takes, rook f8. Probably just wins. Because this bishop is very strong, and this pawn has gotten all the way here. So what... England Gambit, come on dude, you've got time. So what I'm thinking of is this. Perhaps the queen waits about, but then you've got like taking like this. And then if takes... probably you have to like go here, here, and then... What do we do after that? Like takes. And all you're done is you're down the exchange, but I don't think... I think it's at least a perpetual. It's at least a perpetual. Oh, started with bishop takes f2, but I don't think this works as well. Because, I mean, you can go here, here, but then rook f8 doesn't work. Just sacks the rook anyway. What? Takes? Yeah? Oh, no. But the knight's hanging. Because the pawn is pinned. Queen takes knight. Auto. You're 2400 auto. It's an auto thing. Oh, but then you get mated. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because I was like, oh, then you get mated. No, you don't. What you moving the knight for? You see, you gave them naughty ideas. Now you've got to play like knight here, and now you're definitely getting mated. I would just take this knight. Sack the knight to get the knight back. Check. Now your king gotta run. Now your king's gotta run. Now your king's gotta go for a run. And you lose that. Just cooked. Resigns. But hang on a minute. I'm gonna check this. I would like to check this. This position here, I almost guarantee you top engine move is taking this knight. Top engine move? Analyzing game? The top engine move is rook f8. And what happens if you take the knight? There's queen f6 check. But now if I play king here, queen f7, rook g7, and then you sack. Because you get the queen back and then you're into this endgame. Which is completely winning for white. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because I'm going for tactics there, but they don't quite work out. How are we doing on time? Like, those guys were down a second, so surely the next round's got to be starting soon. I just checked the chat. I believe there's a break after around something. Hang on, I've got a WhatsApp. Oh, it's just that. Oh, and then someone has commented on a channel somewhere. Okay, next round starting soon. Can I ask why the 6-minute break is not after rounds 3 and 6? So that you have 3 rounds break, 3 rounds break, 3 rounds break. Okay, we get another white. Like, we've had 3 whites in 4 games, so hopefully we end up with 3 points. Who will we be playing? Let's just check. 23-38. Guys. Okay. Maybe he's really terrible, and he shouldn't be 23-38. Do we get rating points back? Out of curiosity, on that last game, we did get 1 back, I think. But not 2060. Maybe this guy hasn't figured it out. He's in a game. Or he's playing a time gambit and he's being very rude. $30. Oh, but I just realized we used like 30 seconds as well. I wonder why that happened. I'll have to go watch the chat replay. Why did we use 30 seconds? Did it have a delay in pairing us? Oh dear. What's up with my opponent? He's used nearly a whole thing of his time. Chesscom Communities Arena. Oh, that's Bullet Brawl. Bullet Brawl will have started. Okay, well, we've got a time advantage of almost a minute at minimum. So let us see. I mean, this win would be huge for us. In terms of trying to get our rating back. His time is ticking, I can see that much. Now approaching a minute and a half of time advantage. And the thing is, right? You can't offer a draw until move 40. I don't know if it will pop up here. Yeah, if I look at this, you can offer a draw after move 40. So we have to play at least 40 moves. Now that takes time. As we saw, I was lost on move 12. So I could keep things solid and then maybe offer him a draw at move 40 if I can get there in an equal position. Of course, he might feel pressured and rush. So we need to use this 2-minute time advantage that we have to our advantage. You know, it is an advantage of sorts. We have 2 extra minutes. Almost, you know, we're on our way to 3 extra minutes. So maybe we don't play anything too sharp. So maybe we play, you know, our normal stuff. But maybe we play as Spanish and then just look to maneuver. Although there's stuff in the Spanish. So we could play an Italian. And then even if he goes, oh, he plays a Sicilian. So he does make the move. I was really hoping he wouldn't make any moves. So now we're just gonna keep things nice and tight. I like the close Sicilian because you can play a lot of moves very quickly. And now we're making him think. Yeah. Just gonna go here. Just play rook b1. Offer a knight trade. Kick the knight out. It has to go back. Or it has to take. And now what? Now I can play like this. We have engaged very quickly in some violent combat, and I'm not a fan of this at all. Oh dear. What have I done? Oh, very nice move. Oh. Check. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, what is this? He's up a pawn. Well, this pawn is a huge problem. I would like to play this. I perhaps should play this. Oh, he's disconnected. Let's make a move quickly. I like this. Just to hit here and to hit there. Through him. It defends. Now he could go here. He could... Okay, he can't go there. He could go here. He could try and defend the bishop, but that becomes a problem. He's only got 3 minutes to try and figure this endgame out. I mean, here he's just asking for trouble. I don't see anywhere else for him to realistically go. Like, I'm just gonna go here and target that pawn. Yeah, okay. And now he goes there, so now my bishop will always have like a home over there. So now I can put my bishop back here. Pawns don't go backwards, I can give him check. He has to go here. And then what? Maybe we... Like, I don't have a mate. Do we trade? I mean, we probably should. This is just like an unbelievable endgame. I'm like devastated at the state of this. So I have to sack my bishop because otherwise he's just gonna walk me down. I have to go here. And now what? I'm dead. He takes, I go here, he takes, and I'm dead. And we'll lose. Because I have to stay here and he's just gonna push that pawn. Because I can't leave. And now what, rook? Just to be bad manners? No, auto queens. And we lose 3 rating points, well. Anyway, I believe that is now the break. Yeah, because we're 4 rounds in. Just checking the chat again. If there's anything fresh. I don't see any. Currently people are not in favor of Proctor. That's about all I've got. Yeah. That's about it. Yeah, alright. Cool. So, we're 2 out of 4. But I can't really be mad. I'm a little bit mad we've lost rating. Because the 2 wins we've had have done like nothing to get us rating. We've gotten 1 point from the 2 wins. But we've lost about 5 from the 2 losses. So, I don't know what we can do. Yeah. Okay. Just looking through the chat here. Yeah, games will resume automatically. Please remain in the play area. I'm just bringing my food back. Gonna eat my food. Okay. Before I eat, gonna go for a walk. I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, just stretch my legs. Not too bad. Right. How are we going? So far we're doing alright. 2 out of 4. Well, how do we think we're doing? I mean, I'm pretty happy. Relatively speaking. Okay, let me just mute my microphone. Asha, if you're still here, remind me to... Right, I turn my microphone back on. They've said we can open the timer directly in Proctor and then just toggle between the tabs. I'm just trying to figure out how to do that, because I do have version 2.0.9. That is the version I have, you can see it there, so I'm just trying to figure out how we do that. Because I sent the message in this little box here as well that you can see. And I'm asking here, because I would like to pull up the timer in this thing, I just don't know how to. That is the inherent problem that I am having. Trust mate, copy the link and go to Google. Mate, yes, I can copy the link and I can take it outside. But I would like to open it in Proctor. Okay, well, let's do that in the meantime, so you guys will not be able to see the timer, but I will. Cloud synchronized stopwatch, so we've got about 2.5 minutes left. Someone asking why the tournament isn't starting. Okay, while we can, let's check the standings. How are we doing in the standings? So we're 2 out of 4. So, I mean, there's what? 13 guys on 4 out of 4. So we're just going to keep scrolling. 2 out of 4. Lots of 3s out of 4. And then there would be quite a few 2.5s, I think. So we're actually half a point worse off than we were last week. At this stage. Okay, now we're hit the 2 out of 4, so we're well outside the top 100. We're 122nd. Brilliant. And we've got 1:30 left. Okay, so we're not even going to bother with that anymore. Yeah, 122nd with 2 out of 4. So we shall see then. One minute left on the break. Come on. What can you do? Any feedback? Nope. Ah, I was busy typing, but it's gone. Okay, it's fine. Let's see what we get. Okay, let's put the food away. Alright, D4. Alright, we haven't had many games with black. We've had 3 out of 4 games with white, so to be on 2 out of 4 is a little upsetting. That's not a good move. Fundamentally, that is a bad move. Maybe I could have played bishop e7 instead. Now we play bishop e7, c5. Okay, now we've kind of let them get a decent structure, which I'm not happy about. What? Hang on a minute. Queen b6. Takes. Now I've got to be winning. Okay, short castles. I wanted to sack, but it doesn't quite work. Could play knight here. Queen comes out. I would love to play e5. I don't see why I can't. Maybe d6 e5. Just to play like bishop d7, rook c8. Maybe we play just d5. Now that's like a waste of move because we played d6, d5. That's dreadful play. And now the bishop's just like moved over. So now bishop d7 to go rook here. They can't be thinking long castles, but I don't know. Like they have to move their knight here. Excuse me? Now I'm just crashing through. Knight takes d4 on the way. Knight takes d4 is almost... It's not check. Yes, I can still play knight takes d4. Let's give a check, shall we? And then plays rook c8 again. Bishop here to pick up this, hit the rook. Oh dear. Okay, that's not possible anymore. What if I just bring my knight in? Threaten to give a check. I assume they take. And now I can play like... Do you have a problem? You have a problem. Crushing victory. But we knew that from like move 2, when they played c3. Move 2, c3 is just dreadful. We didn't play well as well, because we played d6 and then d5, which was just, it was just not good. But hey, crushing victory, they didn't castle, we won a pawn, and now it's just completely dominant. No ways to stop us picking up the knight, at minimum. Yeah, so takes. Now what's the best way to take back? Probably bishop takes, because it hits the rook. I don't know where the rook goes, and now we can... pick up this pawn. Can go here. Just to, like, anchor everybody in. That rook comes out to c8. We could just go here. Because he's like struggling to get out. Now I can play like a5. His rook is just dead. I get my other rook in. Yeah, we'll just bring the other rook in. Absolutely cruising. What's the best way to do this? Like F5? How to make progress? This probably also just picks up a pawn. Yeah, this picks up the pawn. No way to defend it. Bishop is covering that square. You can't go here. Okay, so you would like to trade rooks with me. That is completely fine. I'm happy to trade rooks with you. We'll take the rook, thank you very much. Play this. And escort the pawn all the way up. Check. Check, please take that. Yeah, check. Take the bishop and promote to a queen. What's the cleanest mate here? Check. I want to hunt him back towards my own king, so check. Would be nice if he went that way. He's not going to. So let's take this. So he has to go this way. Just keep forcing him backwards. This is check. I'm not mad about him taking this pawn. It would help me. Yeah. Now I can just do a discovered check. It just helps. Forces him somewhere. Check. And then he has to go here, and this is mate, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Victory over 1579, we gain 1 rating point back. Absolutely beautiful game. In terms of the accuracy, how did we do? Let me check the chat to see if anything else has popped up. Someone says, oh, now both of Black's bishop have outpost positions. Yeah, we did, definitely in that game. Both of my bishops were chilling. They were lovely from the moment the game started. Okay, let's close this tab. I don't know why it opens 2 tabs when you click game review. Okay, how did we do in terms of that game? And also, did we score a brilliant move for the sacrifice of the queen? We did not. Okay, so we had start review. I would like to start the review. Hang on, we've got a message here. Is it just... oh, someone else... and okay, we made a friend. We made a friend. Okay. D4, knight f6, c3 apparently is a book move. I don't know what opening this is. It's something. Queen b6, takes, castles. d6 is not good. We could have played e5 there. d5 was the best move, to be fair. So as bishop d7 was fine, rook c8 was fine, and now takes, great move. Takes, queen takes d4. Oh, we could have started with rook takes, wow. Takes, oh yeah, because we had probably the more immediate win, takes, check. We come back to c8, which was not as good, and now knight comes in, they take with the, like this, and then shouldn't have done that. Now we just swarm, we take everything, bring the bishop back, you know, don't allow them in. Now both my bishops are chilling. As we said, they both have outposts. I pick up another pawn, I trade rooks, and yeah, just a lovely victory. smooth. We're doing our best Capablanca impression there, maybe, yeah? Although he probably would never resorted to a tactic. I mean, he probably would have. Because it's winning. He played tactics when they were winning. Why is chat lost again? Don't know, is it relevant to say like this? Well, I'll send it anyway. And then, you know, if Chesscom's not happy with me, they're not happy with me. A lot of people are like saying that they're leaving, so, you know, that's what also happens. Although, there are a lot less people playing this week. Last week we had like over 1,000 players in this thing. And we do not have nearly as many this week. And now 13. Okay, it's still only like 1 in 4 frames, so it should still be okay, guys. Let me know in the chat if it is getting quite bad. In terms of how many people are, in terms of the quality of the stream. Please do let me know. You know, or don't want it to happen. And now we're accusing people of cheating. Someone says he played 670 and had no blunders. Someone, soccer goalie, chipping in there. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you're not, please let me know. And I'll see what I can do to improve it, to make it better. Always looking to do better, to improve the streams and so forth. That was a very nice victory, 3 out of 5. What did we finish on last week? We finished on +1, so I think we finished on 5. So we're already on 3, so we're looking to pick up 2 points in 4 rounds. But we would like more than that. We would like to do better than last week. Of course, always looking to improve. What? What was that guy's name called? Chicken? Chess player bullet chess. Oh no, I swear I saw someone with chicken. Someone's called the donkey of Turkey. What's the... I'm just looking if there's anybody we know. Someone's Eminem Rap, GM Fireguard. Man, there are so many good players. There are so many good players who turned out for this. It's ridiculous. There's a myriad of like 2500s and 2400s and like just kick him. Oh my gosh, we can watch the lowest rated game, which is a 500 versus a 800. Look at this. 6 minutes versus 4 seconds. Someone must have... What happened? Oh, someone spent 9 minutes on D5. That's what happened. They spent 9 minutes and 3 seconds on D5. So they've played this whole thing as a blitz game. And they played like a Scandi. Got an interesting position. Got a dodgy position. White's just swarmed them. And now black loses on time. Versus 5 minutes. Because they spent 9 minutes on the first 4 moves. So obviously they had difficulties. It's also the first game back. Although Chess.com did fix it. Because Fabiano Caruana had a problem coming back after the break. It didn't pair him. Even though he was in the area, just like defaulted him or whatever. So they seem to have fixed that, and I think they said they will pair you regardless, and then obviously if you're not ready, you'll just get timed out. Guys, don't disclose anybody's names publicly. Okay, anyway. Just looking here. They're all cheating. Guys, people are not cheating in this tournament. Someone's asking why can't Chesscom catch a click cheater. Dude. Oh, come on. You cannot be serious. You've really called yourself Jose Raul Capablanca. Are you joking? Okay, look. 700 did play at 98.2% accuracy, but we haven't seen the game. So he may have a point. Add friend, because who wouldn't want to be friends with Jose Raul Capablanca? KJB, CIA, and Mossad. What? Someone's just saying they're all things. I understand that, Ranash. He was a cheat, took time in every move. What are the tie breaks? I guess he's a big cheat. Guys, don't disclose anyone's name in public. First is super strong. I'm playing so badly in this tournament. It is considered a violation of fair play policy according to Chesscom. Will no one disclose anyone's name? If you're talking about cheaters, we are all being proctored. I was winning against the 2350 and then blundered stalemate because they stalemate trapped me. There's two camps unless he has proctor, yeah. So if they cheated, they get banned. Anybody having hopes to win this, I just blundered. 2600 gonna win this chat. Highest elo wins, not always. I mean, Swedish Mafia is looking pretty good. There are 3 players currently on 5 out of 5. There are going to be a few more. But I mean, Swedish Mafia is looking pretty good to win the whole thing. I can't remember who won last week. Someone says that was not the case in this one, whatever. You're still alive. I just ate dinner. Asher, you're back. Good to see you. And thank you someone commenting good video and audio quality on YouTube. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, because I do see the notifications in my OBS that it's having 1 or 2 problems. It does happen when I run Proctor. I think it's the RAM. I think it may not be. I'm obviously not tech whiz. But I think it's the RAM because it's like 86% at use, and I've got open OBS, Proctor, which obviously have to now go in, and I think it just throttles everything. And then I've got one other tab open which you can't see, which is the live stream in my YouTube studio. Yeah, that's literally all I've got. Asher is back. You're still alive. You just ate dinner. What'd you have for dinner? And how was the pizza at your neighbor's last night? Because you didn't bring any for Carissa that I saw. You may have brought her some, but I didn't see any. Did she get pizza? Did Carissa get pizza? That's all I'm curious to find out. Did you guys leave for her? Okay. Been going for 2 hours, which is ridiculous. Someone says Kramnik. Do you think someone cheated? Report? No, Kramnik would say everyone cheated. He clearly knows how to play chess at high level. Probably just doesn't play rapid. Guess he just doesn't play rapid. Kramnik. Once did you even send me a friend request? Local reply. When the 6th round gonna start? He knows he cheated. Anyway. How many games left? Surely it can't be all these games. Serious. Okay, well. Okay, let's go look for Liber Ackman. Okay, we can check this game. 2400, 2100. 42 seconds versus 20. Okay, so not very long left. That is the thing with this format. The pizza was tasty. It was all eaten as. Tonight we had chicken noodle soup. Lol. Okay. Wait, so does that mean Carissa didn't get any? You guys ate it all? Or did she finish it off? It's a shame. You guys just dipped before junior youth. You and Joey. And then she was like, oh, you're gonna leave me some? And you guys said there might be leftovers, but there might not. Ooh. I think White has blundered this. Just a bit. Takes. You gotta be so careful here. You gotta be so careful. What are you doing? I mean, you've got the pawn quite far. But, like Black's coming in. Okay. Now you've let black in. You shouldn't have done that. Check, what are you doing? You lost your pawn. Now, okay, I suppose now you can go here. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's white done? Are they going for flag? They're gonna lose everything. Now they've lost. Now they're hoping for timeout versus draw and they can't. Crazy. That's wild. Pizza Zeno's test results. I was checking it soon. Carissa got none. That's not nice. Computer chip prices are sometimes double what they were 2 years ago. Okay, guys, I'll check the chat again, Nana. But round 6 will be starting momentarily. So I will check it in just a bit. Please just hang on a minute. I saw actually you were saying something about computer chips. I will get back to that. And then I saw someone else jumped in just below you. In a language I couldn't understand. But thank you for commenting. Thank you for joining the stream. I really do appreciate it. E4, another Sicilian. What are we playing? 1400, okay. I was just gonna be like, if it's another 2300 and then the curse of the even rounds continues, I would be very upset. Okay, we can... I'll leave Jose Raul Blanca there. Castles. Here. My next like 3 moves. I really enjoy the close Sicilian because you can kind of play it just like regardless. You can just kind of chill. Might play Queen C8. They do. King H2. You got nothing. I can now play like G6. I've got a few ideas. Put the knight here. H4. Not H4, A4. Like, you see, they put the pawn there, and I'm not sure about that. So I might just play like Bishop E3. If the knight comes there, just take. Now you see they take, but I go here, and now I get very nice control over D5. And the F file is open, so now I can like go here. I can play like Rook B1, or maybe I takes, and I hang this pawn. He doesn't take it, so now I can probably play like C3, just to not allow this. Queen slide over because E7 was weak. Do I have to take the knight? Now, I don't have to do anything, but I was thinking, can't I give this check? I was just wondering if I can't give this check. And then grab one of the bishops instead. Check. Take with the rook. King slides up. And now if Queen F3. That was probably a bad move. Okay, well, let's play Rook A. Let's just bring this Rook to F1. Knight's coming in. Can only really do something if it goes here, but now I'm tempted to like play Bishop here. This is the only move that causes me mild discomfort. And even then, I'm more than happy to play now like Queen E3 because I've got this check. The Rook is defended. So we're being chilling. Check picks up this rook. So we can, like, do I even want to pick up the rook? Probably, right? Takes. Rook takes. Now what's the best move? Just like a simple Rook F2? to keep all the options open. A2 is hanging. Could play this, could attack the knight, but I don't... Like, the knight's not doing anything. I could sack to, like, open up the king. Rook F2, because if you take... Yeah, I like Rook F2, because if you decide to take here, I play B4. Yeah, and now B4. So that's hanging, and then I'm threatening to take, and then you can play queen takes, I suppose. But I really am threatening, you know, a fair few things. Now, I always have this idea to give the exchange back. This knight is somewhat well placed. I gotta check. I would love to open up this bishop. That is the thing that I would love to do, but I can't. It takes. Pawn takes. And now this here. Queen here. Yeah, nope. That's not good. Not good. What if I just did this? And played like bishop. That's the problem. He just forks everything. Oh my gosh. He's just gonna get everything. I can't believe what I've done. I move this pawn, and he just gives me a check. It hits my king, it hits my queen. What have I done? Okay, let's bring the rook back. At least. Check. Floods over. Check. I'm dead. I have to go here, and he's got like discover check. I come here. He doesn't have mate, thankfully. He picks that up. Hit the queen. Now I'm just dead. We're gonna lose a whole bunch of rating, and I had such a beautiful position. I cannot believe what I've done. He sacks to get this position. Does give me the knight back. But yeah, this game is hopeless. Game's hopeless. Because I'm just down a rook. And he's just gonna walk this pawn all the way. We can resign. I lose 16 rating points. I cannot believe what I've done. Okay, let's see what Asher was saying about computer chips. Okay, hang on. Computer chips are sometimes double of what they were 2 years ago because the AI data centers under construction are buying up most of the new chips. So that wasn't from Asher, that was from Wendelise. Then we've got our friend here sending some nice messages. I hope they were nice messages. Salpaso, win Turk, good Turk. Good Turk, I don't know. Weekly Odyssey, Asher sending a message. Someone says champions. If you have a RAM problem, it might cost you the proverbial pretty penny. Oh yeah, 100%. Okay, I need to leave. Family calls to watch anime. Enjoy. And then Black's Knight turned into a real menace. Yeah, it haunted me the whole game. Okay, warning you, I've opened up the max number of tabs, so we will just close a bunch of the tabs. Because we know what happened in that game, we don't have to review. We don't have to review, we know what happened. Oh. Just want to say that's devastating. I can't believe what I've done. I thought I had such a cool position, he could do nothing to me. And that knight just... I'm gonna have nightmares about bishop c5 and just knight g4. It's unbelievable. Bishop c5, knight g4. Two black minor pieces just absolutely destroying me. I cannot believe it. $1,400, and all he had to do was find the fork. Find the fork, and then he was happy to sack the queen, and then he walked the thing down, and I had nothing. I had nothing. That's a game I should have won. We should be on 4 out of 6. Should be. But that's not how things work. Unfortunately. I can't believe I've done that. And I had so much time on the clock. The worst part is I didn't even realize it was check. That's the problem with leaving the king on h2. That move which I was happy to play all those moves earlier. Alright, well we can't be too upset. There's still 3 rounds where we can still, you know, if we can go 3 out of 3, almost definitely. But even if we don't go 3 out of 3, we can win this next game. Go into the break, finish my dinner, and then, you know, finish off strong. You know, I'm gonna have to grind to get the 60 rating points back, but hey, it's fine. Hey, it's worth it. It's chess. No point getting too upset, it's just chess. Swedish Mafia still playing. We can check out their game. They're playing at 2300. Imagine playing at 2300 and you're probably not going to pick up any rating points. But yeah, and they're just completely winning because that bishop is a problem. Yeah, I was going to say you probably have to play here because you can't really do anything, but now you're going to lose that. But now this goes back. You can't pick this up because the rook is defending it. So very nice. You might have to go here. But then again, I could probably just play rook e4. Get a nice light squared bind. Perhaps now you play b3, to play king b2 and king a3. Although you don't want to accidentally mate yourself. Brings his knight back. Like, this bishop is never opening up. So you can check. I mean, interesting idea, but the best you've got is this. Or you can try c5, but I would... Check, maybe. Just try something. Check. Hang on now, you're letting him get these pawns very, very close. Because this check can't be stopped. And then you're at least going to push d6. And now the rook can't get behind. You've got d6. d6. King here. And here. And then, you know. Something. You've got to be careful. Because the bishop is covering one of the squares. And the king will be able to cover the other one. Oh, okay. So he moved the rook. But now they were able to push here. And now this should probably be close to a draw. Nope, you're cooked. Absolutely cooked. Check. I pick up the rook. Yeah, he takes here, but now I queen. Maybe you should have made a knight. Check. Or maybe check. Yeah, force the king there, and then this mate. Almost. Check again. Gotta be careful how you do this. Check. King is gonna run. There it is. Forces him down. Mate. Swedish Mafia gets the win. Still 3 minutes versus 1 minute 40, so we're still gonna be waiting a little bit for the next round to start. People here out here telling beginners to use the Collie and the Van Kreutz opening with e3. They get back to me? They haven't. So much for this chat feature. Dum dum dum. Alright. How are we doing in terms of games? Oh, we can check Undefined Penguin. 2400. Interesting position. You gotta move faster here as white. You gotta. But it's not easy. It's not easy. But it's a draw by repetition. Crazy. Why would you draw in that position? Black is black. Why would you repeat moves? Okay, GM Fire God 2800. What? Free, but not free? Maybe you take? Okay, you defend knight, but now check. Yeah, and then you're trying to scuttle away, and then they get to push this. I would have taken with check, check. Take with check. And this way? I suppose that way is fine. But you lose that. Now you get this, I suppose. Get something. Hopefully they go the wrong way. They don't. Now you get to come in. But again, you're not getting much. And your pieces are getting all sorts of tied together. Can't push. It goes that way. Yeah, you can go there. But now check. And now what? It might be a draw simply because black can't make progress. Or I suppose they're going to try. But now there's check. There was this check, which I think is a good play. Or maybe not. Okay, now you're going to let him kind of out of jail here. Takes, knight takes. Okay, interesting strategy. You might be considering this. There's this fork all the time. So the king can't just come up. I would just play this, but then you are letting the rook out of jail. Bishop here. Just not quite a fork, unfortunately. Yeah, the fork's just not coming. Takes, takes, and now this is a draw. This is a draw. I would just, yeah, you can go there. That should work. Yeah, you can just go here, and now that'll be a draw. What? You should have taken the bishop. Should have taken the bishop. Oh, now you're trying to flag each other. To draw timeout versus insufficient material. I don't get what white was trying to do there. Should have just taken the bishop. You never... Well, I suppose blacks would still win if you flag, so maybe that was good from white. Because it's not an automatic draw, whereas with the timeout it was. So maybe, because if you take the bishop and then you flag, with the pawn still on the board, you lose. So maybe that was great awareness there from white. Perhaps. We shall see. Anyway, here we go. Final game before the second break. Penultimate game. They're playing English. I'm just going to go here and invite them to play d4. That would be nice. They don't. They stick to the mainline English. So now I will play c4. And now you cannot go here, here. It's going to basically copy each other. What rating are they? 1788. Okay, so we need to be solid. You know, they're not to be taken lightly. Takes, takes. I'm just going to castle. d6. That loses a pawn. Very confidently loses a pawn. Very confidently. Remember when we said we need to be solid? Yeah. Not so solid. I'm mad now. No, we're not in a good headspace. Not in a good headspace. We're just playing moves. We're ghosting through the moves. Which is fine for most Elo rangers, but not for these guys. These guys are good. I'd like to play this, this, and then like put the knight here. Yeah, let's see what are they thinking about. So they can go back, obviously, to like g2. Can play b6, can play bishop d7, can play, I don't know, queen e4, can play e4, can play rook e1, but, you know, queen b6 here probably is doing alright. I don't know, not to mention I've got like bishop here. So, I mean, my position's not dreadful. No, no, how do you do this? So how do you... Should have gone there. There's a reason that this is the better move. It's because it puts pressure on the bloody knight. Now you can just like go here. But then I suppose I have this. Two. I mean, I have also this, Queen H5, looking for that. Place, what? No, that doesn't work. That does not work at all. Because I play Queen A5. And now I play G4. And you can't kick the knight up because there's this fork. So what you're gonna do, maybe you play this, but I just take here. This is still a thing. Well, I suppose maybe you can try get out with the knight. But I don't get it. I was thinking if you could run, but I would take, and maybe try this, but that would lose to this, which would be mate. I suppose you would be able to go there, and then I would just come back. So he's not able to make a king move. I suppose you could try. I suppose he could try. So here takes, here, then what? Knight here maybe? Then you lose the bishop. So this is just completely winning. Absolute demolition derby. Hang on. Nah, it's winning. Because takes, and then this file would be closed. I was just wondering if I'd blundered like a mate here. Well, I suppose there would be rook takes in this case, but this would be devastatingly mate. So he's dead. It all works out in my favor. If he was trying to play king g8, so king g2 doesn't work. Now, what else is he considering? There is bishop here, which we already have worked out, because I would just play takes. Obviously, you could try and take the knight, but then I would just take back. There's takes, and I'm just in, completely winning, probably. Takes. Rook is here. Bishop is coming in. Here, takes. Takes, probably we take here. Knight. What for? What for? Okay. I'm just trying to think what for. Okay, I mean, it's a very interesting move. Don't get me wrong. But that's only if I, like, blunder checkmate. And I'm pretty sure I can just take this. Takes. I go into the corner. Yes, you can take this. Take, and now any of these checks don't work. I play f3, f6. You could take this, I suppose, and then like come back looking for the pin, but I just take again. You take, I take. Completely happy. You obviously can't go here because I take. So, completely winning. He's down to 2 minutes. He's obviously thinking very, very hard. Okay, he takes the bishop in the end. Now, what is my best move? Because I would like to just go here. But I'm not sure about that, so why don't I take here? He's up a pawn. Temporarily. He could, of course, take mine, but then I'm here and then I win. That's a check. I go here. Bishop is hanging. Still. He could go here, but that's just fruitless for his activities. Ooh, okay. Interesting idea. Takes. But now I take. Just bring the rook to bring the house down. I'm just thinking, why don't I go here? Crack in. Takes. Pawn takes. And now maybe we go... What do we want? How do we want to win? Maybe we play rook e8 to go this way. Oh, queen gives me a check. Now I want to go to... f8. This doesn't work. Either of these does not work. Rook takes, that is devastating. We're gonna just keep doing this. here. A8. No. But you lose now. What's the cleaner win? Sorry. Just want to be precise here. So this is obviously bad. But is it the worst? Check. Go here. That doesn't work. Could give... I think this check does it. Because if you go here, I take the rook. If you slide back, then I just take this. It also is defending this. You can't block because I take. I take like this. And now that is game over. We get the victory. Check. Only move is here, and this will be mate. Oh no. Hey, I forgot. Now we take. We threaten mate. But we threaten two mates. Both of these are mate. You could maybe try go here. That's still mate. And resigns. Or he might try and hang on. Like, swing a rook over to defend this. But, rook h5 is definitely mate. Victory and 3 rating points. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. 31 moves. Yeah, we would have never got to 40 moves. Against that one guy. Trying to see if there's anything important that has come up. Stream is still up here. Live chat, anything more since the last game? No, there is not. I'm very grateful for everyone who's still hanging about. I do appreciate it. And that will be the break. So I will be back in just a little bit because they will have, for the moment, at least a break. So we can hang around in the lobby, but it is round 7, they're having a break. So I will be back in just a moment. Alright, I'm back. It's 8:30 already. I feel like this is going on even longer than last week. Like, for some reason, it's going on longer. And there's less players, so you wouldn't think so. Oh, good. Anything? Okay, no chats. Alright, good to know. I don't think round 7's even finished. It's not. Round 7's not even finished. Alright. Wait, hang on. Sorry. I don't like to always do this. I am a person who exists. I mean, that's a fantastic username. Like, just on username alone, we gotta add them as a friend. And they're a similar rating, so I mean, we could play them at some point. And they won. And because they're a massive Chad, and they're on 5 points. We probably won't play them today, but at some point we could play them. It seemed like an even game. Maybe. If we have a very good day, we could spam them for some points. But you know, they could also spam us for points. Because I mean, we're even, so theoretically, he's slightly higher at the moment, but I don't know what his peak is. His or her peak is. All that we know is they are a person who exists. Okay. We've got the thing for the... for the clock, for the timer. We can get that on. Can I just say I hate what... like, I don't know whose fault it is, but now in my browser, it doesn't go straight into the browser, it goes into... what's the name? Copilot straight away instead of like Google, like working like how Google's supposed to work. So, you know, a little bit upsetting. Oh, hang on. Stopwatch. Has it started? Yes, it has. Okay, stopwatch has started, so 6-minute break has started now. I mean, there's not much going on, so we can just pop back in here. Just gonna close this, because nothing's happening. 6-minute break has started. And I think they've reset the chat as well. So 2 games left. We're gonna finish a little bit after 9 o'clock, which is a little bit disappointing. Gonna be finishing close to 9:30, which is a very long time. You know, I'm missing the wrestling. I'm missing sitting with my family. But hey, it's not too bad. We're giving it a good go. Can we find ourselves? We were outside the top 100. Has this 3 games done anything to benefit us? We've won 2 of them. So we're now 85th. So we're now in the top 100. Apparently we've got poor connection and high lag. Don't know what's going on there. So yeah, so 85th, 86th. Which is, you know, it's alright. It's not amazing. Swedish Mafia has dropped a point, I see. Only on 6.5 out of 7. Don't see anything there. Anything in the chat? Not that we can see. Just over 2 minutes left on the break. Oh dear, okay. We got a staff member here from Chesscom. I'm a person who exists is doing alright. Still kicking about, but yeah. I mean, it is the Swedish Mafia, it is theirs to lose. 2600, I mean, they were one of the top seeds going in. If not the top seed. I can't remember how they did last week, if they played last week, but I think they did alright. Then well done to these guys. Also 6.5, so they must have made 2 draws when they played each other. Then a bunch of 6 out of 7s. You make that joke, I will not be happy. March 22 is the next round. Or the next qualifier, I suppose. Someone says like 5 seconds. Yeah, here we are. Next game. Penultimate game. Let's go. D4. Knight f6. Probably should have had water before the game started. Ooh, okay. Now we have a choice to make. Do we play Nimso? Do we play Benoni? Let's play Benoni. Probably should have checked ready before we started. 1600. Okay, happy to play Benoni. Benoni is a very good opening. Oh, and they play the boring one. They play the one with this. So I take, I leave it. I think I play... I think I'm going to take it. And play g6, bishop g7. They might go for the same thing. They might bring their knight out. Bishop g7, short castles. Okay, they're going for e3, so they're not going for like a fianchetto setup. So now, Yeah, we challenged the knight in the center. We castled very quickly. They might not do the same. Takes. I think it's important I play b takes c here. And I look to push the pawn. Now I can play e5, but e5 seems not like a good move to me. So I'm just going to push this into the center. Takes, takes. And take here. Opening up everything very quickly. You can push, I suppose. But then knight just backtracks. Or I suppose then I lose that. But then, you know, bishop b7 is something. I take. And I take here. There are no discoveries. Your bishop is under pressure. Now I just threaten mate. And what do you do? And now... And now when I play rook here, what are you doing? Everything is cooked. Because if you move the bishop, I'm giving a check. And I'm winning your queen. And you can't defend the bishop. Yeah, you see. So now I can just go here. Slide out the way, give the check, and win the queen. Now you see, I'm just want to do things the right way. I might try and kick my queen out. I could have just gone here. Which like threatens a lot of stuff. But now, it's not the same. I mean, I can still try it, but it doesn't quite work. What happens if I go here? He might just kick me out and play like bishop g3. Which would be annoying. But it loses this bishop. So you have to defend the bishop. And then I just play h4. h4 to just disallow this. And then I'm free to pick up this pawn. Ooh, that's good. Because we take, and we're going to be picking up that bishop back, at least. Well, I'm going to pick up this, which hits that. And now I can go here. And mate is going to be guaranteed with like queen d2. He avoids it. I mean, he just about avoids it. I mean, I've got like check, which is going to force him into the corner, and it's going to mate him. He can block, but he loses because check, and he will have to block. There's no other way, and this will be check and mate. Beautiful game. We pick up another rating point. So that's 2 wins back to back. We're now on 5 points, so we could finish on 6 and be absolutely bing chilling. Anyone in the chat? Go figure. I've got all the time in the world to talk to the chat when no one is here. Yep. If you are watching, say hello. It would be nice to talk to you. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the support. I hope you're enjoying the stream. That was a very nice game that we played. Just trying to think, yeah, it went wrong because they kind of exploded the center. Or I was able to. Yeah, you see, e4 is not a move you play here. You play short castles. Because I was able to do this. And even then, you could probably argue you don't have to take. You can play short castles. Because doing all of this... Yeah, and taking with the knight is very bad. You should take this back with the pawn. Because even if I go for this... You're too slow. We get the same position. So you've got to be very careful with how you do this. Like if we go to game review and open 1 tab, not 2. I can almost guarantee e4 is a mistake. What's going on here? With first chess computer, the mechanical Turk was just a guy behind the box. 88 accuracy. As we said. Yeah, Benoni. They didn't want to play the cool Benoni. So we had takes, and this is all fine. Yeah, if you wanted to play e4, you should have played it there. But then we got all of this, and e4, okay, thinks it's fine. d5, takes, and now thinks knight takes d5 is bad. It thought queen takes d5 was bad for me, but now short castles, bishop b7. And now I'm completely winning. f3, rook fd8, best move, bishop e2, and now we give the check. Best move, we pick up the queen. And now, it's not a fan of h5, but I knew what I was doing. I was just consolidating, I went in, found a very nice tactic here to completely finish off the game. Yeah, mate in 4. Was on the board, check, and mate. 27 moves, checkmate baby, what a finish, says Coach Gotham Chess. We built a lead and then let it go, 2250. It thinks we were. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely good stuff. Cool. What are these 2 notifications that we have here? Just some notes. And then we've got a daily game waiting for us. Or 4 daily games waiting for us when we get back. Okay. Yeah. I'm just waiting for this to finish. Like, it is taking a long time. Like, you know, we're streaming for over 3 hours here. Okay, some skipped frames a little bit. Unfortunately, that's back. Don't want to see that. Okay, nothing there. 14 votes. All good. Alright. Yeah. Oof, 93%. That's not good. Someone asking if 6 out of 9 will be top 50. Maybe. Well, let's see if we get 6 out of 9. We're currently on 5 out of 8. So we're doing alright. Yeah, 5 out of 8. There's a lot of us. It's, you know, we're 58, so another win should do alright for us. Another win should do alright for us. Although there will be people who are below us who will go above us, because there's a bunch of people playing on 4.5. And some of them will get to 5.5. Someone's got my road to candidate master. Would love to follow that. They're a very good player. So we're gonna see. Round 9 starts when... Someone asking when round 9 will start. Can't give you a definite time, it waits for a little thing. Like, you could give definite times. How is Swedish Mafia? He's gained 5 rating points. And gone... insane. Oh, he may not be able to win this one. He may not be able to win this one. If you want to make a draw here, you play... I was going to say you play Rook D5. If you want to make a draw. He may not be able to win this one, simply because we've reached opposite color bishops. Yeah... not liking this. You can't go here. If black goes here, you cannot go here. I mean, you can. How do you defend that? As white, I would be playing like bishop here, but that'll just force this up. White might be losing the thread. The question is, can you take this? Well, we're going for it. This will not be easy hold. This will not be an easy hold. Okay, but now look at that. Now what do? You can give a check, I suppose. That's about all you've got. Yeah, with rooks on the board, this is really difficult, and even with rooks not on the board, you might not be able to hold this. Okay. Okay. You gotta be careful. Because I think they're about to break through with like G3. Okay. Was that a wise idea? Takes. Can't, is not possible. And hangs rook. No, it doesn't hang rook. Check. And we're promoting. You're cooked. You just about get back in time. But this is still very bad. You can't give this check. So you might just be able to survive this. Wow. This went really badly. Oh, yeah. How do you make progress? How do you make progress as black? All your pieces are tied together. Can't do that. You could, if you trade rooks here, you might be fine. It's still super dodgy. Oh, you can play rook f5. Rook f5. Okay, gives check. King slides over. Check. No, that just loses on the spot. He's going here. And he's going to try and promote. So you get out the way. He goes there. You take. Very good. Very nice. But you're still lost because he promotes. And now you're down. Here. I mean, you're doing your best to defend, but this is a hopeless position. Chess Mafia is about to lose. So someone 400 rating points down. Black wins by resignation. Can we get the info of this game? The rating change was not +0/+0. Come on now. What is it actually? Swedish Mafia. Down to 2591. So they were what? 2605? So 5 plus the 914 rating points they just lost. Down below 2600. Oh, someone's putting out the brilliant symbols, the GG. Someone just said round 10 ends once round 7 begins. Wait. What? Were they drunk? Skyrider, have you been drinking? That's wild. Anyway, next games should be starting soon, surely. Just a couple of games left. Let's check in on the donkey from Turkey. White should be completely winning, but it's not so simple. This is not so simple. Although this looks simple, but it's not. Okay. What does black do here? You can give check, but you lose bishop. You bring bishop back. You check. But now what? Okay, you pick up pawn. Now you lose. You lose. You lose. You just lose. Donkey from the donkey of Turkey is about to go to 6.5. There's a way to stalemate this. Yeah, very nice. And you're in here. And now you queen. And now you win. And mate. Very nice. Yeah, you see, they were up a queen, but it's not so simple all the time. If you've got compensation for the queen is one piece. Sometimes it is really better to have like 2 rooks, or bishop and rook, or something like that. You know, sometimes those pieces coordinate very well. And they can help you pick up some pawns, and at the end of the day, that guy was 2 pawns up, and he won the game because of it. Gave away one, but promoted the other, made a queen, and then he wins. Alright, final game. Final game. Been waiting a long time. A long time. We get white. I don't like playing someone with GH Master. And, like, this guy is serious. Look at this. He's got a profile photo of him playing over the board. This guy is serious. What is his rating? 2249! Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We believe. We believe. Just keep it solid. Keep it solid. Do you think I can send him a chat? I can't send him a chat. Okay, that's fine. Say, this e-pawn push I always like. Because I think it just gives me a free hand to do what I like. Because now I get f4. And if you give me a pawn push, I will get f5. Okay, but now they're being interesting. But again, I'm not sure that's a good move. Because I have pawn takes. Now my bishop is open. I can put my knight on e4. Yeah, I can put my knight on e4. And now what? If you take here, I take with the bishop. If you take here, I take with the bishop. You're more than welcome to give me bishops. What? Hang on. Oh. Okay, let's take here. You might say, wait, why are you doing that? It's because, like, I see this. I see this, I want it. I see this and I want it. I want to take here. Pawn takes, I suppose, makes kind of sense. But then I get, like, bishop here. He, of course, could play, like, bishop takes. He could play, like, bishop here. But then, oh, I wanted, like, c3, bishop g5. Okay, he plays pawn takes, but now what about, like, here? Like, look at this, and my knight's defending this square, so you can't even give me a check. And now this is a problem, and my knight's coming in. And when it moves, the bishop is open. Oh, very nice. And all of my hopes and dreams are dashed. I don't want to play c3. I mean, I could do this, but now he's defending his knight. Oh, very composed. So mean. Okay, let's just bring this knight this way. Play like queen d2. It's giving me bad flashbacks, but I think king h2 is the move that makes the most sense. Realistically speaking. Bishop here. I would like to offer you a knight exchange, sir. Would you be interested? Because I'm about to boot you. Oh, he comes to attack my bishop. But I can just play... Do I really want to play bishop g1? Is that really what I'm about to play? Yeah, bishop g1, because I gotta protect that. I thought about taking this in the meantime, but then he takes this and hits my queen and my rook. Which is not very nice. And then I wanted to play c3 because c4 just leaves me with this weakness. But is it exploitable? Because like c4, get the knight out this way. So like queen takes, can slide the rook over. Oh, he's going this way. Is someone really telling me we're not? Okay, kick the knight. Where are you going? You can go here. I will go here. And then your knight is dead. So you have to go backwards. At which point I'm going to play knight c3. And now go for that hole that you gave me. And you will never remove anything because I will have the bishop here. Worst case scenario, you trade the rooks. My queen will take. There will be no fork. This knight will still be defended. I could always trade it, making you commit and now close that hole that you have to try and transfer pieces to. And I will just be fine. So this knight move makes no sense to go from here to here. Okay, you take. But I think I should, I think I should take this knight. Because I thought about taking here, but then he gets this, and I really don't want that to happen. Does he have anything here that gives me a check? No. So take. You can't take here. Oh, he probably can. Because he played queen takes. Takes. I'm just gonna go here, hit the rook, hit the bishop. I'll at least be able to remove this bishop. But I am down a pawn. Check. Just out of curiosity, so. Like, I'm getting nothing. Takes. Pawn takes. And now, what do we do with the rook? We play like rook b1. And now he's just gonna start marching this. But I can play like bishop here. And blockade. So he might have to push here. Takes. Knight takes. Pin. So not quite so simple. And if you start with this, I go here. So we're hanging on there. We're hanging on. I can't offer him a draw. What move are we on? We're on move 26. Okay, so I might as well hang out on this views just so I can see the move counter. Okay. I am going to slide my king over. I am very wary of this. That is a check. But he can't push because I can take this and it comes with check. He still slides out the way. Could sack, but it doesn't come with check. I might just push this pawn. Because it might be helpful. It stops this. Could give me an outpost. Could slide out the way and play like rook g8. Not g8, g1. Now push. So takes. Bishop takes. Still, you can't really push because you're losing this. Is the problem. You also have this that's just hanging. This has just been hanging for forever. Okay, now he's going for something, but I'm just gonna go here to try and weaken things up. Because you still can't just play this out, right? Or I suppose this doesn't come with check anymore. Oh, offers me to trade bishops. I would not like to do that though, sir. I would like to go here. And trade on my own terms. I did just give him the bishop though. What a moron. With every second that passes, I'm liking my chances more and more with every second that he's thinking. Oh, I nearly thought I had a win. Takes. Just because I would like to open this up. Just to give myself something to do that nearly wins but doesn't. If I could just remove the knight. But even then it doesn't exactly win. Could push, takes. Doesn't work. Just nothing seems to work. Just gonna move here so this is not under fire. Okay, he decides to take. Now I think rook takes is probably best. Rook takes pawn? Did you hang something, mate? Rook g1? Takes. I forgot he could go there. I thought he would go there, and I would be able to get there. Okay. Very, very nice. He beats me. We finish 5 out of 7. We lose 4 rating points, which is a little bit bogus, but it's okay. Let's close this. We were down to minimalish time, so the final results should be ready shortly. I do not see anything more in the chat, so I will not feel guilty when I close it down. Thank you so much. I'm just waiting. Like, there's 3 games left? No, there's a few more. We will just wait a couple minutes. If you are here and there is something you would like to say, please tell me now, or forever hold your peace. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I really do appreciate it. We've had good retention all the way through. We've had good engagement. And I really do thank you for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Yeah. Don't see anything. The games are wrapping themselves up. And we shall see where we finish. We scored exactly the same as last week. But there are far less players, so we might be a bit higher. So we shall see. Last week there were over 1,000 players, but I don't know how many of them were valid or they were like blocked because they didn't have Proctor. So we shall see. Almost done. Talented Chile will check in his game. South African. Oh, he's black. Oh, he's toast probably. Check. Gotta be careful. That's a check. It might just have to repeat moves, yeah? You might just have to repeat moves, yeah? Because I don't know what else you do. I don't know what else you do here as white. Because black is swarming very quickly. The only other thing I can think of is maybe like a queen c5. Okay, he finds queen c5 because it defends f2, defends the knight. Not that that was the big problem. You still have this, which picks up the rook. I don't know why you didn't take the rook on this move. You could have taken the rook. Yeah, now you go, and now you pick up the rook easy. And now, like rook b1, so you can play rook b7 and get in here. Okay, you're gonna do it slightly similar way. Okay, check. Just play rook f2. Just play rook f1, man. Just play rook f1. Rook F1, no problems. Okay, white wins on time. South African loses, and there are the final standings. So roughly we are 64th. That will probably change a bit later. But thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you soon.